Hello, and welcome back to the podcast where you are invited for lighthearted conversations about things that matter as you seek to live your most meaningful, beautiful, and joyful life. I'm your host, Dr. Edie Wadsworth, and I hope you enjoy your stay here at the House of Joy. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to House of Joy.
Hello. We are back.
We're back together. We're so excited. We have such a good episode for you today. We are talking about the let me just read this title, Emily. The 2-part formula for a life that feels both productive and magical. We're going to talk about both parts today. I think they're both really important. And I have so many good examples of both kinds of things that we're going to talk about today as we share this episode. Now, let me first say before we get into the meat of the episode, you guys, that we just had fresh sourdough bread. So
literally, you walk into this house and immediately there's like, you are really turning into the true grandma. Like you're embodying
I'm such a Grammy.
Where it's like, do you want bread? Do you want some candy? Do you want some ice cream? I sat with Dad. He was like, you want some ice cream?
We're just trying to feed you well. So anyways, we were getting everything set up down here to film, and I had like 10 minutes left on my sourdough. It was baking in the oven when we were ready to start. And I said, we only have 10 minutes. Should we wait? And then we could have a piece of bread with butter warm. You guys, there's literally nothing on earth like it.
No, it's like incredible. I need to dive into the sourdough journey, but it seems
I can demystify it for you, Emily.
Yeah. I just let me give you a little backstory on what's going on with me for a second.
Okay.
And this will kind of give a picture of why I feel like
I
don't know if I can start sourdough.
Don't know if I can start sourdough right now.
So Haddon is in the Chattanooga Police Academy, and
yes,
he basically wakes up at 5:30. He's so dedicated, and he's just like, he's one of those people that when he starts something and he is into it, which obviously like this is going to be his career. So I'm glad that he's really into it, but he just goes full force and he's just takes things really seriously. It's like honestly so admirable, but he wakes up early. He has to get all of his things ready, and they have like very packed full days. They don't have like a ton of time to eat lunch, but nonetheless, like he has made, by the way, on Sunday yesterday, all his PB&Js for lunch.
Aww,
for the week.
Too precious.
He just is like very prepared.
Hey, he's a great example of one of the parts we're going to talk about today,
he is.
which is structure.
He's very structured.
Yes.
We're working on
the other part.
But
he's married to the right girl for that, I think.
Yes. I have, just really been wanting to strap on my wifey boots and make his life easy in whatever ways I can for when he gets home. So one of those ways is making dinner.
Yep.
And of course, but when he gets home, he's like ravenously hungry. So I have the pleasure and privilege of working from home. So usually I can start dinner at a good time to where
it's not
basically
that stressful.
When he gets home,
it's ready.
Well, I'm going to be gone for today and tomorrow. And so I was like, I'm going to do a really nice thing, and I'm going to meal prep his lunches so that he will have to make dinner, or he can eat it for dinner. He can choose whatever. But since I can't make him dinner when he gets home, I'm just going to meal prep.
Yeah.
I know this is just life. I know everyone talks about you're just in a constant cycle of what are we making for dinner? What meat? What am I doing with ground beef? What variation of ground beef or chicken can I possibly make?
I saw that on a reel that at some point you realize that as an adult, you're just deciding what to do with ground beef and chicken for the rest of your life.
And I can't even believe that this is just how you have to live. And he eats, I love him. And he eats so much. I will make.
He's 6'4". He's a big guy, so he just eats.
And then imagine you're not eating he's eating not enough for lunch to sustain his like days. Like they're, burning a lot of calories.
Yeah.
And anyway, he eats so much. Like I will make so many pounds of ground beef or so much chicken. You're not even going to believe how much chicken I made yesterday.
How much?
6 breasts.
Wow.
6
for 2 days.
breasts. That will literally last him for 2 days.
Wow.
And it's just a little bit like, okay, so constantly I'm making ground beef or chicken. And it's like, I do want to add pleasurable things to the cooking list, but then also it's like the regular list is like really a lot when you're pregnant and you kind of like don't really even want ground beef or chicken. Like that's not necessarily what I want anyway, but anyway, I'm just like
I will say though that for myself in my current rhythm, I usually make a sourdough loaf once a week. Mm-hmm. And sourdough English muffins once a week, sometimes 2, because I always take some to Mary Kate. My daughter-in-law loves sourdough English muffins.
They're
and
so good.
Listen, you guys, she is such a good mama to all those babies. She's got those little sweetie twins.
They're so
and the
big
boys.
and
I'm like, it's the least I can do to bring you some English muffins. So it's actually not much. It's not like I have stuff going all the time.
No,
but
and
the day of the week that I do make a sourdough loaf and it comes out of the oven, that first bite of warm bread with butter, that's got to be heaven on earth.
And it's one of those things, and I think we're also going to talk about this because you talked about this when we were kind of planning.
Yeah.
Is that, like, I've found that the more that I think ahead of these things, like doing that on a Sunday, it's like, yes. And so I think that with sourdough or any kind of like baking or anything like that, it just does take a little bit more forethought, and I do have time for it. Yeah. I just haven't it's just one of those things that like feels overwhelming.
Into your routine.
Yeah, you just have to get used to it.
So you've probably guessed, but the 2 things that we're going to talk about are kind of having a structure for your life, like regular routines and rhythms for how you do things that give you that order and container of your life that makes your life feel grounded and peaceful, all the things that good routines bring us, but balanced with spontaneity and choosing things just for fun and letting life be playful. And I think a lot of us can be very heavy in one way or the other.
Yeah, like one comes more naturally to everyone.
So for our family, for Dad and I, definitely structure comes easier to him.
Yes. And
the playfulness, spontaneity comes easier for me. It's good, actually, if you're in a relationship where you have one and the other, and you have the same.
We both, yes. Yeah. Like, and I have noticed, because I've always thought it was so funny, because you've always been this way. Like, if you are going to be spontaneous about something, like, you have to really prep Dad for your own spontaneity.
Yes.
And
ahead of time, not spontaneously.
I have to do that with Haddon. Like, as much, like, if he can
as
just
much
think
notice
of it and like
process it,
so he can think of like, okay, the end of the week, and it makes sense. It's like it makes sense for his week. It helps him like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Whatever.
Yeah.
But I do think this is I've got, by the way, we have these mics, and I don't know if we've talked enough about how much these mics are the bane of my existence. One of them is always falling, and it's always
usually
yours.
Mine, and now it's yours.
I've got her, and I just want to chuck this thing across the room. I'm going to have to bring this up in coaching.
I feel great because my mic is staying steady today.
But this is going to be a great episode because we have so many episodes on rhythms and habits, and we have so many episodes on creating magic and joy. And I do think that it is hard to imagine a like perfect balance of the two. Yeah. Because they kind of like feel like they go against each other.
Yes.
But they don't have to.
Yeah. So if you were thinking of like structure or freedom or discipline or joy, we often go or.
Yes.
Instead of and.
Yeah. And I think what brought this up actually is me and Mom last week. Ellie she's in New York, and she has a show that runs all of May. in New York, or it's in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
And May for us, like, we have things every weekend of May. May is crazy. Really, the next few months of our life.
We have our first baby shower for baby Sissy.
I have a baby shower 3 weekends out of the month.
Yeah.
Okay. So we were really sad. I was like so sad thinking that we wouldn't be able to
go to Ellie's show.
Yeah. And then me and Mom were on the phone and we were just like, what if we just went?
What if we would just go this first weekend? It's the only when we could do it. We'll just go for 24 hours because obviously it's hard for me to leave right now. It's hard for you to leave. I mean, we have a lot going on.
And I just think it showed me. It was like, for two people like who pretty much live consistent days. Like, I feel like we both do have a pretty, like, we both stay home a lot. We both, like, have our rhythms, whatever.
Yeah.
And we both are going through a lot.
Yeah.
Like, your day-to-day doesn't look the same as it has. And it's not easy to leave and, like, create moments of, like, oh, I'm just going to do this.
And surprise.
You know?
Yeah, right.
I'm just so glad that we have the ability and, like, the mindset. Because I do think it's a lot of mindset, too, to just be like, no, we're going to make this work. And it's 24 hours and it still fits into our schedule. And it just got me thinking about how, you know, to be able to have those spontaneous moments of joy and magic, like, it helps to have a consistent routine the rest of the time. And
I think if you lean way too much one way or the other, way too much structure kind of squeezes out that feeling of wonder or surprise or playfulness or fun. It kind of, your life can feel kind of flat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you live, like I would probably have more of a tendency to live if it wasn't for the balance that Dad brings. If you live too much on that side, you can just feel chaotic and overwhelmed.
A little untethered.
And yeah, so I love thinking about creating a life of both.
Yeah, and I feel like, my ideal life is just a mixture of both, because I do feel so good because I can lean more... I just want to go with the flow and I want to have less routine, but I know that I do better most days being very rhythmed. But I've noticed in myself that as I have, like, embraced that part of me that really does thrive in rhythm, I can get a little bit rigid in that. Yeah. To when anything messes that up, I can get a little bit, like, in my head about that now. So it's funny how even naturally I'm not that way, but now that I have, like, really created that for myself. Yeah. It's funny how fast your brain can get attached to
this is the way I do it. This is the time I do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing can interrupt that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And I think, like, I am often trying to help myself and my clients create rhythms, maybe more than routines, but maybe you could interchange those for our purposes, that feel really life-giving. So you're doing it to give yourself, the kind of health that you want, the kind of energy that you want, the kind of peace that you want. Like, there's a lot of reasons that you're creating, like, this structure of your life that feels so good. I was on a coaching call today and I was talking about how I live a very simple life. Mm-hmm. I think, people who maybe don't know me or who see little glimpses of my life from the outside might think differently. But day-to-day life, I do the same things. I go to the same gym. I eat largely, the same group of foods. I go to bed at the same time. I take all my same supplements. You know what I mean? Like, I have a very routine, simple life, which I love so much. It's very grounding. Dad and I were actually just talking about this. He said, because weekend before last, we had the retreat. And then this past weekend, we were home and he was like, oh, I love our weekends at home together. And it made me, like, reflect on that. And I'm like, oh, I do too. And we love our church and we love our Saturday mornings. It's like the only morning, Tom doesn't have school. So we're all kind of home together that morning. And then Sunday we have church. We have very similar rhythms every weekend. But every now and then it's so fun
Yeah.
to break out of that. So we've been having a lot of fun planning our 24 hours in New York City.
I know. And actually, me and Haddon said the same thing. And I think because of he's in this academy, and like really the weekend is his only time to like just decompress and like not have a schedule.
Yeah.
And we both said that this week, after this weekend too. We both had a weekend at home. Like none of us left. Like we barely left.
I mean, I feel like a good weekend is my car never leaves the garage.
Yes. Yes. And it does feel so good those weekends. We both were like, oh, that was just like, I mean, I basically knit all weekend. He studied, but we had moments of like, you know, we had church together. Yes. And it does make those moments like looking forward to this weekend where it's going to be a little bit different. I mean, we've set it up to basically we're barely gone for 24 hours, but still
we're going to pack a lot of fun into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you do pack a lot of fun into the moments that are different and that are like, oh, this is like a fun little surprise. And I just like that we can look at it like that instead of being like, oh, that's going to be really hard. And like you are really like the leader in that, because out of anyone, this could be more hard for you to go. It's just I mean, there's a lot going on, and we're about to have very busy weekends for the next like
month.
And I don't know, I just like to embody that too, because it's like it's gonna be so fun. And if you were thinking about how, oh, this is gonna mess up everything, you wouldn't enjoy this, you know, sporadic moment that you have anyway.
Yeah. And so if I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking of like, everybody be thinking of this. What are the normal daily routines that really ground you, that help you create freedom? I think discipline is, discipline in those daily habits, I think, is what creates a lot of freedom for us, And so I think of my daily habit with my journal. I think of daily habit with my gym, getting my movement in, my habits that I have around my work, the habits that I have around making dinner. I mean, for most people, it's probably very similar things. But I think that it really does help regulate us, our nervous system, emotionally. It's very regulating to have a predictable life.
Speaking of, if I seem like extremely regulated and just shining bright light, it's because I started coaching again.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of rhythms, as soon as Carrie, we had that first session in probably like 7 months.
Okay.
I was like, send me your schedule.
Send me your schedule. I need to get on there. Yeah. Well, again, a regular way. So whether for you that's journaling or coaching or therapy or whatever, a regular way to check in with yourself.
It's so helpful.
How am I doing? Am I processing things? Am I ignoring things?
It's so funny too, because like when you haven't done something in so long, you feel that like resistance. And I felt that so hardcore because it'd been like 7 months since I'd been coached. And I was like, once something is not in your routine, it feels so hard to get it start back. Yeah. And I was like, oh, so overwhelmed. Just like, what do you even talk about when you haven't sat down and like talked about what's going on in 7 months? And it just so happens to be 7 months of like chaos and like so many things. Yes, like literally so many things. But oh my gosh, just even after the first session, which was total chaos and like literally
you felt all
had
over the
no
place.
Anchor.
Yeah.
I just was like spitting stuff out left and right. It still felt so good.
It's like cleaning out your closet. It's like cleaning out the closet of your brain.
Literally, that is exactly what it felt like. I was like, no, this has got to come back into my weekly routine, because it's like somehow it makes everything feel like so much more bearable and like lighter. Yeah. And that was so one of the things I told her. I was like, I just want to feel like lighter. Yeah. And I immediately did right after. Yep. Anyway, it was one of those
crazy things. Too how with what we've all got going on, you're pregnant, giving birth in July, with everything that's going on with Dad. and how that has shifted things at work too.
Yeah.
You know, like, it can feel heavy.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, yeah, I basically cried the whole hour. But it was so good.
Tears.
Good tears. Where
Cleansing
it's just
tears.
like, yeah, to be seen in that way, which is like, yes, journaling and just getting it out of your being. Sometimes you just have to say the things like out loud or write them down and get it out. It is so healing. So, oh gosh, I'm so glad I did that because I'm feeling amazing.
So good. Yeah. And I think all of those things are things that kind of ground us, keep us steady, keep you feeling light, keep you feeling like, okay, my mental and emotional life are kind of cleaned out. I'm addressing things. I'm not, you know how it feels when you just feel like you're pushing everything to the back.
Yes.
Of
yes.
the so-called
Don't
closet.
have time for that.
Don't have time to process that. Don't have time to deal with that. It's good to make time for that. And I think those regular routines, that's what we teach our clients to do. Regularly sit down with your planner, do a thought download. What have you been thinking about? We teach our clients to do creation cycles where they investigate thoughts that they keep thinking over and over. And what are those thoughts causing? How are they causing them to feel? And from that, what action are they taking or not taking? I think all of those are such good routines that help us really feel like we're living productive, calm, beautiful lives. But with all of that structure and not enough room for connection and fun and kind of spur of the moment, you know, spontaneous living, I think it can feel a little flat. Now, I have a tendency, as we all probably know, to go the other way. So almost every time, I would say for the first, I don't know, 2 years you all were coming here, especially when the other girls were coming at the same time, I would be like,
let's go play
instead of filming today, let's go play pickleball. Like, I am always going to try to get us off task.
To be fair, we were a little bit at that point able to come more consistently.
You were. We didn't have as much pressure.
We didn't have as much pressure.
Yeah.
But I was the same way. Like, I mean, today even you could have convinced me at any point to do anything. And it's so funny too because like we love filming.
Yeah.
We just also love fun.
We love fun.
And
we love a good porch sit.
We love.
You brought your knitting.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, you have to bring your knitting. She's been working on her striped sweater. Would you like to show the people your striped sweater?
So if you're on YouTube, you're going to be just like yellow overloaded, by the way. Because
I know. We're sitting in yellow chairs. I have on all yellow. She has on yellow pants. And her stripes Frankie sweater is yellow.
We're dropping things left and right. But, yeah, we should have thought of different chair colors, knowing that we wear yellow, like
a lot
more than the average person. This is the beginnings of my Frankie sweater, which to say beginnings feels so wrong because I feel like I've put at least 24 hours into this girl.
She's beautiful.
Aren't the colors so cute? You guys have to come to YouTube because it's literally my prized possession. We are not.
I'm gonna borrow her.
You should.
So cute.
Listen, Mom, as you guys know, probably if you listen to the podcast, I feel like your Frankie sweater was like a very
I did talk about it a lot. Yeah,
sweater.
It was a pivotal sweater for me.
And then Ellie started her Frankie sweater.
I did try to influence all the girls to start striped sweaters.
When you were doing that, I was kind of in a resistant to knitting phase.
Yeah, because you started making this sweater that you didn't love.
You know, I'm realizing right now, like, I was kind of resistant for a while for anything that made me feel better. I think for a little bit, I was just like...
You just want to feel bad.
I just am going to feel a little miserable.
Just want to be miserable, so leave me alone in my misery.
Yeah, and I was, like, not getting coached. I was not doing any sort of fun activities. I was really just kind of, like, rotting, but... I have
You've come through.
I've come through, and turns out they were really onto something with this Frankie sweater. I remember you saying to me, like, there's something about this sweater. It's like very...
You can't stop.
You cannot stop. And I'm like, oh, I doubt that. I always find a way to stop. And I haven't yet. Like, I've had moments where I take a couple days off, but I always want to come back to it. I think because I've not made any huge mistakes like it feels very much like a just I can keep going, I can keep going,
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it is really, we put it on the barber cord today because when you're knitting a sweater, like if your needles don't have long enough of a
long enough cord,
it just ends up
cinches
looking,
everything up and you can't tell how big it is.
You can't tell how big it is.
So then you can insert this cord that will allow you to expand the whole thing to see how big it is.
By the way, if you've not used that with your knitting projects and you have something and you haven't been able to like a sweater or whatever, I feel even 10 times more invigorated to keep going because it looks so different.
It fits, it looks great.
I can put it over my head. We're getting close to like getting the
to divide for the sleeves.
Yeah, the sleeves off. I don't know. That is another thing that has really been, it's brought a lot of joy. Like it's a very rhythmic practice, and I do think this is one of those things where if you can find something that does both, that is like a productive way to spend your time, but it also like has an element of
like meditative
fun,
kind of fun,
but it's like really for fun. Like I'm just making myself a sweater.
Yeah.
That has really helped me be more consistent with my routine. Like then you get to the parts of like your routine that you need to get done and you're like, well, I want to go knit, so
yeah, I'm gonna get this done so I can go.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed having a project that, first of all, I'll be able to put on. I feel like that also makes such a difference. You talked about that too, like knitting something you actually want to wear or making something you actually want to use, like
it's so
makes
cool.
such a difference. Yes, been loving my Frankie.
Yes. Yeah. And so I think having, like, being willing, because I was thinking about this several times this weekend. We already had this topic, but I was thinking about it because Tommy was wanting me to take him to put his jet ski in again. And sometimes, like, doing an errand like that with him
it's a lot.
Just derail. Yeah.
It's a lot. Actually, I have not even thought of that portion of this topic for you.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm sure all of you guys with kids feel this, like there's only so much of a level of consistency and routine that you can really have when you have children who have needs and like are yelling in your face to come do something in the middle of your like peaceful time.
Yeah.
But you're so good at like knowing the right time to be like, you know what, this can be set aside.
Yeah.
And it'll be sometimes like, I don't know, a work project or a dinner or something. And you just know the good times to be like, I can go ride the jet ski with him. And that is hard to do because I am here sometimes. I'm like, I don't want to go on your dang four-wheeler right now.
I don't want to be interrupted.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's kind of like that too. And it's like, and you'll learn soon with your babies. I think about this a lot with the grandbabies too. It's like I welcome the interruptions.
Yeah.
And you will get to the point where you do that. Sometimes I'm obviously human. I'm still resistant to them. But I almost always, when I say yes to the thing, I realize there's such a value in it. The connection, the time spent, the color that it gives your life, the personality that it gives to your days. And Tom has kind of always been like that because he's always, let's go rock hike. Let's go fill the jet ski up. Let's go ride. Let's go, or whatever.
He always has something.
He has some kind
and there's not always,
adventure.
You can say yes. Like sometimes it just doesn't work out. But I have watched you sometimes when I'm like watching you do something that you totally fairly could be like, no, I don't have time. I have this thing to do.
Yeah.
And you'll go like rogue do something with him that I would have never guessed. And you can see in his just like demeanor like how much it means to him, but also like you end up having much fun too.
Yeah. It's so true. It's interesting how with grandbabies too, like I notice with the boys, they'll do that. They'll be like, Grammy, come here. And they'll lead you on something. Let's go do this. I mean, I just basically can't tell them no.
Of course.
Because it's going to be such a fun adventure, whatever we're going on, But
oh my gosh.
It's just interesting how we can get in this mindset where we have such an agenda to get our thing done, to be productive, to that we forget to actually live our lives. And I think a lot of times the interruptions, that's the life part.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good thing to survey in yourself, because for most of those things on your agenda, there's a good reason to do it.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason probably to interrupt it. Yeah. And I do think it's worth surveying, because I think a lot of times we get so stuck in one or the other that we don't take a minute. Like, sometimes I have to do this on the other way. I'm sure you have to do this too. We've kind of talked about that. But like, where I'm so in a fun creative zone, or like knitting, I've had to sometimes be like, okay, I need to like, I do have things that I need to get done.
Yeah.
And
yeah, because if you just did the fun, spontaneous thing all day, then you don't have dinner, and you don't have a healthy body, and you don't have a job.
Yes. So they're on both sides. Like, I think it's good to survey where you're at and like what is worth letting go sometimes versus not.
I find too that I'm often, especially as y'all have gotten older, like, I just can hear myself say, oh, let's go sit on the porch and chat, or let's go. Yeah. It's like, now I didn't see it as much, I don't think, when I was younger. Now I see that is the point.
Those are the things you remember. Those are the things that, yes. Yeah, I totally agree. And it's definitely something that I think is practiced, and you're so in that mindset now. I feel like you pretty easily can do that. Yeah. I think I love thinking about too, like, how can I create more wonder and delight? And, you know, I do think about that. And I was reading something, I can't remember, but it was talking about grandparents with their grandbabies and what the kids remember. And they usually don't, or at least this study was showing that it's not like the big moments they remember, but they remember how you made them feel with your presence, that like you had time for them, and that when they could feel that you were just delighted in them. They could feel like, oh, she wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Oh yeah. Rather than right here playing ocean bingo with me. Well, or whatever, and you know, I mean, if you think back to times in your own life, like, you can tell when someone is just doing something and they don't want to do it. Yeah. Or their mind is somewhere else. Yeah. Or, you know, and then, not that you've ruined that moment, but it's like, that's what people remember. Yeah. So you might as well be all into the things that you're doing. Yes. Instead of being halfway. Yeah. And I think you can do that a lot. Like, but I think you do that by having good routines. Yes. So that, like, for instance, you know, maybe when I'm going to visit with them, I spent some time in the early morning making some breakfast. Yes. So that when I get there, like that kind of thing. You always have planning done this ahead too. Like, and this is kind of like a small example, but for people like me with ADHD, like, it's hard to be all in work sometimes when you're all in work. But the more that I can be all into something, the quicker I can get it done. Get that done. And be all in. And if I don't do that, then if I do have to go do something, the whole time you're thinking of, oh, well, I didn't finish that, or I didn't give, you know. And so if you don't give something your all anyway, you're going to be thinking about it. And that is something I really want to embody more of, is like, when I'm doing my work or cleaning or being productive, like, really just like setting aside that much time, getting it all done. Yeah. So that in like other enough moments, structure. Do I have enough structure in my life? Enough rhythms, enough routines, so that my life really supports me. Yes. But also, do I have enough spontaneity and delight and wonder and all of that, so that it feels fun and exciting, and it feels like my life is alive? Yeah. You know? Yeah. A little bit of both. Or a whole lot of both. Yeah, like 100% of both. And I feel like, you know, House of Joy as a concept is something that I love thinking about. I love thinking about it as it pertains to what we're creating in our own bodies. I like thinking about it as what we're creating in our homes,
what we're creating in our businesses, what we're creating wherever we go. And I think this concept of these two parts where we have enough structure that it feels like our lives feel like they're supported, like we feel like we're doing what we need. We have that grounded, sense of peace, but also open enough to kind of.
Yeah, we had a call today. Because we had our retreat. We've talked about that a little bit, and we had a call like kind of recapping
it,
the retreat today. And you actually said this, it goes so perfectly with our episode today, because like we said in the beginning, like you want these two things, we think of them as opposing each other instead of working together.
Yeah.
And especially with the things that like we want to be productive in, our work, our health, our mind, these things that we want to like strive for.
Yeah.
What if they do just like work together? You had told someone, it is really, you think of your work and your life. Kind of
separate buckets sometimes.
Yeah. And it's easy to think of them like that.
Yeah.
But what if you viewed them as like supporting
holistic
each other
and supporting each other,
and how much more you can get out of your work if you're really love
your
life. And how much more you can love your life if your work really fulfills you.
And you're giving your all. And
and I think it's a beautiful way to look at life, and I do think that like it expands your experience of both. Like your life gets way more big if you really love the work you're doing, and your work gets way bigger if you love your life.
Yes.
So I do think it is really a different way than your brain wants to view those two together. Things. Yeah.
So good. Why don't we talk a little bit about what we're loving? I think we both have some things to share today.
Well,
do you want me to start?
I actually have something, for very once in my life. And actually someone, I think there was, who was it that was telling us that, like, I don't know where we were talking about it. We were talking about the favorite things section of our podcast. Oh, I think I was talking about Angela, because there's like some weeks, because she has a podcast and they do, I can't remember what they titled it.
She was talking about like, what are you rabbit holing in? Or
yes, they have a section kind of in their podcast where they like, what are you in a rabbit hole
of the week?
And like, she was saying like, sometimes that is the hardest part of the podcast. And for me, sometimes my favorite things is like, it's either I have 20 things
or zero.
Or I have nothing.
Mm-hmm, me too.
This week I have a lot. So
well, save a few for next pod, but tell us a few.
So speaking of our retreat, we as the team picked out all the swag. So obviously we like it all.
Yeah.
But I just have to highlight a couple of the things because you can buy them too.
Yeah.
And we got them in
oh my gosh. We were just talking about how much we love these bracelets.
Yes. So you probably won't be able to see, but these are like a bracelet stack. I'll link them below, from Bauble Bar.
The best colors.
I don't know. I had never shopped from Bauble Bar. Have
Me
you?
either. Mm-mm.
It's really cute.
So many cute things from there.
There's so many cute things on there. Like, if you have not gone to that website, I highly recommend. It's like really not that expensive either. Mm-mm. It's very average priced.
Yeah.
But they have such cute jewelry, such cute accessories, and their phone cases are so cute. Have you seen those?
I haven't seen the phone cases.
I'll have to show you. They have really cute stuff.
I actually just got a new phone that I haven't had the courage to switch over yet.
Oh, that is a really daunting task.
It is.
So this particular bracelet stack, I only have 3 of them on, but it comes with 5, I think.
Yep.
And we have just been saying, like, the colors specifically of this stack, maybe it's like because it's the colors we kind of wear, but I feel like I can put it on with
anything,
literally anything.
Yeah.
And it works. And we also, this is my second one, and I hope I'm not stealing because we're actually both wearing this necklace too. And I've seen a lot of questions about this because everyone at the retreat also got this necklace. It's been a hit as well.
Yeah,
this
fantastic.
Necklace also goes with everything. I haven't found an outfit that it didn't go with.
I mean, everything needs a pop of red. So it's a red beaded necklace if you're not watching on YouTube. And it's the perfect size. I've worn it every day.
Same.
I mean, I have on just yellow. And I decided, well, I'm going to put on my red necklace. And then I just put on, let me just introduce my favorite thing today. My shorty red Target boots.
Oh, those are Target?
Yes. They're so
Oh my
inexpensive
gosh.
and they're so summery. They're light. I feel like I can wear these all summer.
No, those are so cute.
Yeah. So I've got my red on.
Yeah, no. And I feel like if you need 2 pieces of jewelry that can like truly
Take you through the whole summer.
Like, yeah, a lot of pieces of jewelry, but like you only have to buy 2.
Yeah.
Because this comes in a stack.
It's a stack.
But yeah, this could get you through the whole summer. Like, I truly believe you could wear it with any outfit.
Love.
Prove me wrong, but you won't.
You won't. I mean, it's so perfect with what you have on.
I know.
And it doesn't match.
It doesn't match,
adds
but
a pop
it just
color.
does, like, work.
It's so good.
Do you have anything else other than your red Target boots?
My next thing that I have is, okay, so I have been afraid for my whole 20 years of knitting to try to knit a baby garment because same with socks. Like socks are, you know, I did finally conquer that fear too.
Yeah, you
and
did that
I
one.
am halfway through this cutie little baby
so
sweater,
cute.
you guys.
Like, it's so cute. You're so close, like, to being the body done, right?
I know. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to do these tiny little sleeves. This is actually a 12 to 18 month size.
Yeah.
So it's kind of bigger than like a tiny little baby, but all the things that I read said if you make a 3-month sweater, they're literally going to be able to wear it one
No,
time.
I feel like this is perfect because a lot of people do, because basically, aren't we going to put her name on it?
Yeah.
We're going to put her name on the front, and a lot of people will just put them in it every month.
Yes.
That they
to take their
grow
little
into
picture.
it.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect. I do feel like,
it's so cute.
how many more rounds of the body do you have?
I think like 9, not many.
Okay. I was like, it's looking like.
It is looking close to done because
if
it's
you
got a
had
little
ribbing.
ribbing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's close.
But yeah.
So anyways, I finally conquered my baby.
Has it been as like scary as you thought?
Not at all. So fun
And it's quick, right?
and fast. I cast this on Saturday.
yeah,
Today's Monday.
So satisfying.
I know. Isn't that crazy? And it has a bunch of short rows in the back, which is what helps the back
Yeah, it
be
looks
taller
amazing.
so
It's
that you
so
can tell the front from the back. I know. It's
so cute. It's
so
so
cute.
Tiny.
I'm dying. So I took a break from my other sweater because I was just scared to cast this on. I'm like, what if I can't do it? What if it's too complicated? What if it's
It's
too...
looking so
But
cute.
it's so cute. So anyways, that's my favorite current obsession, favorite thing
I love it.
that I'm working on as we speak.
Yeah, she's gonna look so cute in that.
You know, it's so
Like,
fun.
She's gonna be so tiny in it.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, we are like approaching. So I am due at the end of July, and we're approaching like kind of the point where you're like, okay, I really need to figure some things out.
I know. We got to go through that book today. We got the Bradley method. We should read some of it today.
Yeah, we do
The
need
childbirth
to do that.
book.
Just really fun light reading.
Just some light reading. Practice our breathing today, etc. I was trying to think what my other... Do you have another? Or are you good?
I'm saving. Like, I feel like
You're going to save.
I'm gonna save.
Okay. I do want to mention that I have been making a ton of soups.
Oh my gosh.
And
You have?
I've literally been making every variety that you can think of. And I made a soup this weekend, which was I just saw the recipe online because I basically was like, what else can I turn into a soup?
What is there another soup of?
Chicken ramen soup.
It's so good.
It's so good. And you use ramen noodles as the noodles. So it's kind of like a curry-ish version of chicken noodle soup, but you use ramen as the noodle.
But like not the packets.
Not
Just
the packet.
noodles.
Just the noodles. And then the other part of the recipe. But it was super fantastic. Dad absolutely loved it. It was
Me as well.
And Emmy had some for lunch today. It was a really, really good. So we can put the link for that recipe down below too. It was really, really yummy.
Yes. Also, just need to shout out, like, this is like gonna throw Mama under the bus, but
Tell me.
I just need everyone to know that when Mom says she'll link something in a solo episode,
she will forget.
Like, she will forget to tell me to link those things. So, like, just bear with me. Usually
she'll find it out as a surprise when somebody goes, "Oh, she said she was going to link
for the blah, blah, blah." And just know, like, I'll get it to you.
I will get it to you.
But it might just like, just check back to the show notes.
I say that as if I'm the one that's going to.
I know. Well, and I'm like.
Put the link in there.
Yes.
Then when I'm recording it, I will forget to send you a message and say, "Oh, yeah, can you
make sure to link
these
which
links?"
Is totally fine. Like, it's just like one of those things. But just know that if there's not a link, it's not Mom's fault. It's mine.
It kind of is my fault that it's not there yet.
It's a little bit just like going to take some time for me to figure out.
Time. No worries.
Well, that was a fun
everybody.
one.
Well, I hope you find some good rhythms that bring you lots of support and peace to your life. And I hope that you find lots of fun ways this spring and summer to be spontaneous.
The way you naturally fall. I'm curious to see.
Yeah, which are you?
Do you lean more structured?
Because if you lean more structured, you probably need to work on the spontaneous, playful side.
How can I be more playful?
If you lean more playful, spontaneous like me, I have really had to work to create good rhythms.
Me too. That's definitely where I need some work, and I will be working on that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, have a great rest of your day. We love you so much. Thank you for every comment, every review.
Yes.
We love spending this time with you. If you have any specific topics that we haven't covered lately that you want to hear from us about, just let us know. Okay. Have a great rest of your week. Bye, everybody.